All right. Well, welcome everyone to our first mastermind here of 2024. I can't believe I'm saying that, 2024. And I am super excited to welcome Amy Stockberger from Amy Stockberger Real Estate in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Amy, welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. I had the pleasure to be able to spend some time with Amy and her team in South Dakota earlier this fall. And really, Amy, I mean, you and I first met, I think it was in Dallas. I think we were at the Tom Ferry event together. But, learning about your lifetimes home support program that you offer for your clients, I thought it was such a value and such a great way to help grow your business and get listings and get referrals that I was so excited to have you come and join our mastermind this year. So welcome. Appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. And yeah, we're friends. We're good
Yeah,
friends
for
now.
sure.
Right away. So that's awesome.
That's good. Hey, so everyone, go ahead and drop in, the chat where you are calling in from today, and say hey and say welcome. Love to get an idea just where everyone is. And I know, Amy, you have a ton of great stuff to share. You have some great visuals to share today. So why don't we just kind of go into it today
Okay.
and start talking about how this program can help everyone grow their business here in 2024.
Okay. Let me make sure I can share my screen really quick.
It looks in, I see Zoom. So I just got to change a tab or
Oh,
either that or a
all right, guys.
screen.
And that, come here real quick.
We
What do you
even
think now?
tested this. We even tested this
We
during our little
did.
promo, right?
Oh, yeah. So I think I'm doing it wrong. My apologies. 1 second.
That's all right. It's all part of like technology that we use today, right? There it is. It looks
There we go. There we go.
wonderful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks again for having me. Honored to be a part of your guys's beginning of your year 2024. I truly believe is going to be record breaking for the ones who put their head down and do the work, knowing that if it's dress or it looks like a dressed in overalls and it looks like work, it is work, but it pays off in the end. And what I'm going to talk
Nice.
to you guys about is leveraging your biggest lead source, your sphere, and how to create clients for life, how to say no to those high referral fees, and how to add additional revenue streams into your business. And so at the end of our talk, I'm hoping that you guys have a good grasp on how lifetime lead strategies can help you leverage your business regardless of market conditions. I have throughout our talk today built in some Q&A spots. However, I'm going to give you a ton of great information, hopefully that you're going to be able to use and implement right away today. But if you have any other questions, put them in the chat and we'll ask them. And then I will be able to stay at the end to answer more. I just have a hard stop at 3.
Sounds
So
awesome. Perfect.
jumping right in. Here's just some information to me. If you want to reach out and connect with me, certainly take a picture of the QR. It has all my information on it. I'll put another one up at the end as well. So in this webinar, guys, I'm just going to help you make that ultimate shift from feeling overwhelmed, which we know 23 was an overwhelmed year. It just was, 22 and 21 were kind of outliers. Now we're back into the real meat and potatoes of serving our clients. So I'm going to help you figure out what lifetime lead strategy is, again, to create those clients for life. I'm going to help you know how to increase your brand awareness, how to add additional revenue streams. And then for those of you who are team leaders or broker owners, I'm going to show you different ways that you can attract and retain your agents. And I'm going to show you how I monetized in nearly every part of this. So stay with me to the end as well. And I'm going to give you a free swipe that we'll put in the chat at the end. And I'm a firm believer that you have to have multiple systems and strategies to serve your clients at every stage of their home buying and selling process, which is why we have a love it or leave it guarantee, meaning that we put in writing to our buyers that says, we're going to work so hard to find them the right house that for any reason they feel they don't love that house at the end of that 12 months from closing, we're going to help them find another house and sell that first one on our side for free. Now, I've had this system in place since 2015, 16. We have had this happen 2 times, but it is a great way to cement a relationship with your clients, saying that you're here for the long run. You're here to make sure that their goals are met and you're not just doing this as a one and done. So I have a playbook on this. I'm going to give you module 1 of the playbook that you can take and implement part of that into your business right away. And then big, which you're going to learn about me, big on our lifetime home support model and giving back to my clients. I have a business that has the foundation of it is a serve, 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 sell model. So I'm going to give you one of my trusted and true client event checklists because one of my superpowers is systems. So I'm going to give you that as well. And then also just a cute little template that we've used since I've been in the business for over a couple decades of our Santa letter.
Awesome. That's great for sharing those.
No problem. So a little bit about me. Like I said, over 2 decades in the business, it'll be 24 years here in May that I've been doing this. I'm a broker owner with my husband. We lead a teamerage brokerage model, meaning we still run as a team, meaning we really support our agents. We've been the highest producing team in the state of South Dakota since 2017, and that's directly related to my lifetime home support model. We're ranked number 18 in the nation right now. Last year, well, 22, we were able to serve 486 clients. We're putting our new numbers in, which is a big number with only 17 agents. So, and I was personally selling it at that time too. And I served up close to 130, or actually 135 clients at 61 million. So we are small giants within our market, and it's all largely due to what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So again, we rolled out this lifetime home support model in 15, and that's when we soared to 17 to be number 1. And it's just it works. You can easily implement it into your systems, and it's going to help you keep your biggest lead source for life. So quick wins. Before we dive in, I'm going to give you some quick wins because everybody loves those, right? Mm-hmm. So we're big on our client events, like I talked about. And one thing that we are very intentional on is when we're doing our year planning for the next year, we always set up our client events a year in advance. And the average human needs to hear something 7 times before they really get the information into their brain. And so what we do at the very beginning of every year is we send out a save the date to all of our clients of all the events that we have coming up for the next year. And our clients love this because they can plan, and then we put that marketing or that marketing collateral in all of the rest of our collateral for the rest of the year. But it's just something that they get right away at the beginning to say, hey, just so you know, we care about you and it's keeping us top of mind. So we do that. Oops, gosh, do that right away. And then this one, I don't know how many of you remember the legend Walter Sanford, but back when I was a brand new infant realtor, I was just really loved all of his programs that he offered as a coach. And this is one that I had picked up from him years ago, but it's be prepared for your car. And we give these out to all of our agents when they join our team, and there's the list. You can take a picture of it if you want the detailed list sent to you. DM me at Amy Stockberger Real Estate, and I'll get it to you. But we know that as realtors, we live in our cars, and we need to be prepared for everything. So this is everything that my agents or I would need at any time, from a mallet to air spray to toilet paper to thank you cards to coloring books for kids to dog treats, WD-40 that helps you at that last minute of a walkthrough, to also a small little toolkit that we give all of our agents. And again, I'm not full-time in sales anymore, but I just had a luxury house that I was closing on. And I had my little toolkit out, and I was screwing in a cabinet trying to make sure that closing was going to closing, because it was a close to $1.8 million house. So again, just little things you can do to sharpen the tools for your agents and provide a lot of value. Or if you're a single agent, making sure that you're set up for success. So we all know that our biggest lead source is our sphere. NAR tells us this every single year. They just reported last year that 89% of buyers and sellers say they would use their realtor again, but then only 12% end up doing that. And back in 2014, as a team at that time, we didn't become a brokerage until 2019. We were really getting the grip of our business. We were scaling, we were putting down really great numbers, but I started seeing that we weren't getting the referral business or the repeat business from these clients who said they loved us, and I just couldn't understand it. And at that time, we were spending about $25,000 to $35,000 a year on billboard campaigns. And the main reason we were spending that money on those, it wasn't to acquire a new client, because we knew that getting a new client costs so much more, like 5 times more than keeping an existing client. I was running those boards back then to remind the people who already knew, like, and trusted me to refer and give me repeat business. And so I started going down the rabbit hole of, okay, where could I find an all-inclusive model that would help me keep clients for life. And I couldn't find anything. What I kept finding though was all of these ways to capture a cold lead. And I mean, NAR states even that like 10%, or I think it's 10 or 5% of consumers pick their realtor based on a cold lead form on some of the major sites. And to me, that just didn't make any sense. Like, why were we not putting a program in place or a system in place to have our clients love us for life and keep them for life?
Yeah,
And
and I'm sure it was a lot less money overall in that cost in order to keep them as opposed to acquiring the new ones, right?
yeah, and I wanted to create tons more money. And I wanted to create a relationship or a service-based experience that was taking care of them before, during, and after, because I feel that oftentimes the before and after are more important, if not as important as the during. That's when that concrete relationship really happens. And so I wanted to I wanted a program that I could find, that I could put into place to do that. Because guys, if your unique value proposition is being an expert at connecting buyers and sellers, it's not going to work. That is the job description of a realtor. You have to offer other value, especially in what's going on in our industry right now with commission compression. You have to offer other services or other value proposition besides being an expert in connecting buyers and sellers. Again, that's what we're hired to do. So knowing that our vision is to create big, juicy legacies for everybody, for our clients, for our agents, for our admin, for our community, we knew we wanted to first grow our clients, help them build these big, juicy legacies. I wanted to give my agents not just leads, I wanted to give them multiplying sales, and I wanted to find a way to continually give back. So that was a huge problem for me, and I couldn't find a solution at that time. And then we also saw back in 2014 that we were having rising costs of everything from employees to supplies, and commission revenue just wasn't enough for us to continue to scale the way we wanted to. And I couldn't find any easy copy or paste approach to add additional revenue streams in that would, besides a JV at that time. And we know that commission revenue, you need more than commission revenue right now to be able to scale at a high level. And then a big one, and especially with commission compression, this wasn't the issue back in 2014, but the issue back in 2014 is I wanted to create a service-based business model that was catering to the needs of what was coming up to be the biggest generation we've ever seen, our millennials. And our millennials now make up 43% of our home buyers, and Inman reports that their real estate preferences are shaped for the desire of convenience and amenities. And if you build your business that's catered to the love language of a giant population, you're going to keep them for life, because also millennials are the most loyal of any generation. So that was a big thing. And then again, having that service-based business model is going to help right now, especially keeping the leaders right now, or pushing the new leaders up that are going to stay above that commission compression issues that we're facing. And so we created what we call our lifetime lead strategy. And lifetime lead strategy uses unique value propositions to stay top of mind as your client's lifetime home support team, simply resulting in them being your lifetime referral partner. It is just the law of reciprocity. So again,
love that.
It is, yeah, just say it again, because it is a lot of information, but it uses unique value propositions, and again, different unique value propositions of being the expert at connecting buyers and sellers. These are other programs, other systems you put in place to stay top of mind. And so you're staying omnipresent, which you need to be in our market. If you're a marketer, which we all are marketers in the industry, that's one big part of our job, but you have to stay top of mind with your clients as their lifetime home support team that serve, sell. And it just simply results in them being your lifetime referral partner, screaming your praises to all their friends and family. And there's another thing that I feel just isn't done in our industry is that, yes, we should always focus. Your biggest lead source is your sphere, people who know, like, and trust you. So you should focus a ton of your marketing, a ton of your efforting, a ton of your intentionality on that data bank right there. I call it data bank, your database, that sphere. But you should also find a way to leverage their sphere. Any good entrepreneur does that. They leverage other people's sphere, and that's what we should be doing, like the Kevin Bacon effect. So the lifetime lead strategy for us turns one client into 5 clients, and then that client into 5 more, into that client into 5 more. So it's just leveraging their people who know, like, and trust them.
Yeah, I think, the data is like an average person knows 100 people and, maybe even 150. And so if you can tap into that one person's 150 and create that new outcome, or those 5 new referrals, as you mentioned, then I can see that just being completely a exponential expansion of the business.
Right. And if you think about your data bank, realtors, if you think of your data bank, if 6 to 10% is what they're saying right now, 6 to 10% of the people in your database, the leads you already own, the people who know, like, and trust you, the relationships you've already made, 6 to 10% of them on average are going to transact in the next 12 months. So, okay, that's a great number, right? Think of what your data bank number is. Is it 500? Okay, 6 to 10% of that, that's a decent year. That's a really good year. So what if you talk to and you leverage their 6 to 10% and then their 6 to 10%? Again, our 22 numbers speak for themselves in that my 17 agents served 489 clients. Those are pretty sexy numbers for being, for putting down that many units.
Mm-hmm.
So here's all of my lifetime leads, our lifetime home support unique value propositions. So we have a system and strategy for every step of the home buying and selling process, for every part of the journey, no matter where that buyer or seller is at. So from that first buyer needing to get out of that lease and wanting to start building wealth through real estate, so they're stuck in an apartment, we have a lease buyout program. Then we have everything in the middle, from a guaranteed sale, instant offer, trade up, SOS program, a love it or leave it for our buyers. We have a home support team, as well as, that instant offer. I say, like, lease buyout is that first buyer. Instant offer sometimes becomes that last seller when they're going into senior care. So we have everything they need and everything in between for all the seasons. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is going to be our VIP club. And how we started it out, guys, with my lifetime lead strategies, is that lifetime home support became our business model. So the very first pillar that we started with was buying a moving truck. And that is nothing revolutionary. Realtors have had moving trucks for decades. But because my business partner, who is my husband, is very much a red light to my, like, major green light go mentality, I needed to monetize that sucker before it arrived. So went in, told Adam, I said, we're buying a moving truck. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, don't worry, I'm going to sell ad space. We're going to make money on it before it even arrives. So that's what we did. We got a moving truck because it served our lifetime home support model. It was taking care of our clients for life. Buyers and sellers can use it. Buyers, sellers, investors can use it by just transacting with us one time, and they get access to it for life. And then I made money on it. So we monetized it, sold ad space to my partners, our affiliate partners, which, again, you should be leveraging those relationships to the nth degree. Everybody, you should only do business with people who just do business with you anyway. But so that's what we did. We went after our affiliate partners, sold ad space on the back so that my debt service was covered and then some. So I was making money on it. And then I was getting a billboard on wheels. So remember, I was doing, $25,000 to $35,000 a year on billboards. So now I had a billboard on wheels, and I could write it off. So it was another, tax deduction on that, as well as I could give back to my community, which you should. In your communities, you should be the mayor of your community, as well as the person who's giving back and being seen and caring for them. But we give it all of our VIP equipment, and we give out to nonprofits for free. And we're doing that from our heart, doing it for the right reason. However, I'm smart on systems. Anybody we give our information or give our equipment to, they go right into our sphere. They go right into our database. We also set up a time to present to them about how we're different, how we are the experts at connecting buyers and sellers, but we do it very differently with our lifetime home support model, serving buyers and sellers through all stages of home buying and selling.
Well, so let me stop you there and say, wow, first of all, how brilliant. So first of all, you have the truck, you have your sponsor. So if your truck lease payment was $750 a month, and you're getting $1,000 a month in, say, revenue from those that are giving you ad space. So now all of a sudden it's net $250 plus, like, right, you said, the tax write-off, right? So there, and now that's not even counting all the ancillary benefits that you did, like giving the truck away to use to charities and other organizations, right, like that. That's awesome.
And it worked right away. It from the very get-go. And it works for every demographic of buyer and seller too. So you would think that, oh, luxury is not going to use this. Well, yeah, luxury home buyers and sellers, they do pay the movers to come pack them up and move them. But my luxury, comes back and uses my truck all the time to go buy, you know, take that $20,000 couch they bought and have not pay the $500 fee. Or if they have a kid moving in town within college, they come and move them in this. Or if they want to run stuff out to our local dump, they can do it, or a Goodwill run. People use our trucks all the time for that. And so at the same time, we also added in our equipment. So knowing, again, all the stages of life that people have, that I added in what we call our party shed. So commercial grade food warmers, banquet chairs and tables, cotton candy, snow cone, popcorn machines, bouncy houses. We put those into our party shed and said, here you go, clients. Now you have access to all of our party equipment for free for life. But the big thing we did on this is I branded every piece of equipment, because when these people are having parties, it's not just them. They're bringing over their friends and family, their sphere, the sphere I want to leverage. So my clients are getting all this stuff. All their friends and family are coming over and they're saying, where'd you get it? Well, my name's everywhere. Our brand's everywhere. So brand awareness is huge. And I'm giving my clients an opportunity to say our name over and over. So that was a really big push for us right from the get-go on this.
That's amazing.
And then same with tools. Think of all the tools a homeowner needs through all of the buying and selling process. They need a ton of them. And likely they don't want to rent, buy, or store them. So we put together all those tools. So wheelbarrows, specialty tools, ladders, commercial grade carpet cleaners, commercial grade paint sprayers, big fans if they get water in their basement, all the crap, again, that they don't want to buy. We put them into our equipment, branded the crap out of them, and give them out to our clients to use for free for life.
So I hear the party tent, and then this is the tool shed.
Right. Party equipment and tool shed. Yep.
Nice.
Yes. So we added that right away. And then we added in, or here is actually how we monetize this real quick. Sorry. So on the truck part of it, we systemized it for maximum lead generation right away. So the best time to ask somebody for repeat or referral business or a review is when they're happy, right? And again, the law of reciprocity, it's a universal law. Somebody gives you something, you feel compelled to give back in kind. It's just how our brains work. It's just the way it is. But as they're getting these things, we have it set up that they instantly get through Sierra, a drip that says, hey, we just saw that you did this and it's from my agent. We saw you rented out a party shed, or we said you rented out a bouncy house and banquet tables. And just so you know, the bouncy house is the gateway drug to all my supplies. Like, get the bouncy house, they usually get all the other stuff. So that's the best way to do it. But it's the time to ask for those reviews or referrals from them at that time. And we systemized it right away so that it's set up and it basically runs itself on its own.
Right. So, hey, just to re-summarize there. So basically you've created action plans in Sierra that
Right.
when folks do go ahead and ask for a piece of equipment or whatever, that it triggers your action plans. You guys put a tag in there and it launches that, and then they get all those follow-up campaigns from them.
Right. And for you team leaders or broker owners, those come straight from my agents. So again, it's another attraction method to say, okay, I'm already putting this into the system for you, that your clients are getting access to this, but now it's just another top of mind awareness for them. So it's growing their business. Again, we're giving our agents not just leads, we're giving them multiplying sales, because we're building that clientele for them through this program, and we've automated it through Sierra.
Perfect. Love it.
So again, went over the monetization of it, just because I'll get on my soapbox really quick on this, but everybody always asks, where did you start? Who did you go after? I'm especially in the world right now, especially 2024, because 2023, it was for a lot of people, that you need to go back to basics, but smart basics. And if you're not in a functioning networking group, whether it's a leads group or a BNI, get in one. It is such a low cost on investment and time, and such a high ROI on it. So if you're not in a leads group, go out and get it. If you're interested in how to start one, DM me. I'll give you the details on it. I actually have a digital course on how to create a converting one that can put 5 to 10 easy transactions into your year, just by doing a 1 hour a week meeting that usually, because of all the holidays, will probably only meet 48 times a year. It's such an easy way. But that's the people we went after. I went after the people that in my leads group and my vendors who I was giving business to. So
That's
those
amazing. I think I see Adam made a cameo in that photo. I think he was in.
yeah. I can't remember who he was with on that. It was in a client event, I think. And if you're looking to put a truck into your system, On the Move is the best that I know of. They have buying and leasing options. The best part about, there's a lot of great parts about them, but one of the best things for them is that they hold the insurance. So you don't have to worry about having that. And they have a very, very, very low priced insurance program that's just added in. So I just had a student of mine who purchased into our program, and they got a quote for a lease for $1,500 a month. Well, think about what you throw $1,500 a month on in your business right now. What lead generation activity are you throwing $1,500 on that has a high ROI? Or what one are you throwing the $1,500 on that has a no ROI? And you could allocate monies a different way to put something into place that's brand awareness, becomes a write-off, and it serves your clients for life. So On the Move is
Yeah, I mean, Amy, just going back to the example, because now that you're on the detail of this, so you get, 5 vendors to support you at $300 a piece a month. That's your $1,500 to cover the cost of the truck rental.
right.
That's
So
awesome.
it's paid for, it's monetized, everything. Yep. So VIP went over our party and tool shed. I kind of skipped ahead there. Sorry, guys. During this time, though, at the time of us implementing VIP, I was charging a $199 transaction coordination fee. When we put our moving truck, party, and tool equipment into our VIP program, we increased our transaction coordination fee to $499 with zero pushback from our clients and from our agents. And so think of just that lead or that additional revenue stream you're able to put in, because again, you're providing so much value. And typically, guys, when we sit down and are talking to clients about our lifetime home support model, we're walking them through, whether it's a buyer presentation or a seller presentation. The question that is normally asked is, how much more do I pay for this? And they don't even bat an eye at the $499.9 when they're there. And that's a one time, and they get access to all of our lifetime home support pillars for life.
That is great. So then, like, that transaction fee then goes really towards funding these services and these events and everything that you do, in a sense. Yes.
It goes to, we put it towards our staffing so that our agents are super supported. But I'm going to show you how to monetize the rest of all those other things, which is super easy. The lead gen itself pays for VIP and then some. Like we grew 122% within the first year of implementing this into our business. And again, by 15 to 17, we were the highest producing team in the state of South Dakota by almost double any other team. And and when we first started in 17, I think we were probably 11 agents. We were probably about 11 agents at that time. And then all of these things, guys, I think I said this already, but remember, all of these VIP things, all these VIP items, equipment, you can offer back to nonprofits. You can offer, if you have schools as one of your lead pillars and you're sponsoring their teacher faculty meetings, you can offer it back that way too. So again, it's another give back, but it's a give back that has your brand all over it. And then again, you use Sierra, you use it to the nth degree, and you put them into your system and let the system do the work for you and stay in top of mind. So law of reciprocity, guys, it works. It just gets that referral and repeat business and review business back pretty easily. So any questions up to this point? I know that's a lot of information, and I know I am a fast talker. I've had 2 energy drinks already today, so my bad.
Yeah, I think you answered one of the main questions we had. Scott Hack was asking, did you buy this truck through On the Move Truck Company? And you answered that you did. Now, question for you, did you lease yours or did you buy yours, just out of curiosity?
I bought ours. We own 2 now. We're going to be adding 3 in 24. And I do have a way to get you a $500 discount off of graphics. So if you're interested in doing a truck, reach out to me. I can talk to you through that.
Awesome. Cool. I mean, I think that's right now. So there's one more. Hold on. Where would you start if you were a smaller team?
I would start personally with the truck, because I know it works, and I have the systems to show you how to monetize it. If you were a smaller team and say you weren't interested in doing a truck at this point, I would start and do your party and tool equipment. So we did all of ours, you guys. I literally stole every tool my husband had in his garage that he wasn't using anyway. I mean, what the hell? Why do we have this stuff, right? So we grabbed it and we put that in there, and we started in a 10 by 10 shed. I mean, we had everything in our, everything that we had for our tools and party equipment, probably less than anywhere from, as we kept growing, we didn't know what we didn't know back then. We weren't as systemized because we were just like, let's go, let's do this. But I'm pretty sure it was like anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000 that we started all of our party and tool equipment with.
So then, Amy, follow-up question for this is like, you said you threw out a number earlier, like 500 people in your database. And if you got a 6 to 10% of them to give you a referral, or they were repeat, or they did business themselves. So what is a good number in your database that people should target to grow to really have this start to create, some excellent results?
Oh, you can do. So one of the standards of practice we recommend requests for our agents when they're coming on board with us is that they need to get their data bank up to about 250 people. That's a good number to get your data bank up to. However, again, if you're leveraging it and you're following the system, you could leverage 100 people, because again, how many of their 10 to 6 or their 6 to 10% are going to transact? As long as you're doing the system right, you can do it with 5 people. Depends on how big you want to grow your business.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's leverage and scale based on the size of the database. So that's great.
Right.
So excuse me. When does a client get to be a part of the VIP club? So for example, upon closing, when they go under contract, like what fires it off?
So once they transact with us, buy, sell, invest, forever. But when they get access to the VIP tag within the system is when a contract is signed. So that would be exclusive agreement in my market or a listing contract. And then it's in all of our action plans, so that they know, and it's very omnipresent in all of our marketing collateral, because you have to be, you are a marketer. That is your job. Your market, you have to have everything you're offering omnipresent so people can see it. So you have that frequency illusion for them. But yeah, they get access, and they know, and they're getting constant information about the perks they get of being a part of being an Amy Stockberger real estate client. And it's also a hook. So we use this. I have so my buyer, like say we're doing a buyer presentation in the house or in the driveway or over the phone or in person. One of the first things we as agents do is we're going over like, hey, let me show you how we are different from anybody else in our market. And we walk them through step by step of everything they get for working with us, and they get these for life. So again, most consumers, they're talking to 5 to 6 different brokers at one time if they're not already signed. And so this is a hook to keep them with you as you're going through and doing your job and having the skill set of being able to connect, them to a good house or sell their house. But they're being told about it right away. It's in our pre-listing packets. It's in our listing presentation. It's in our buyer presentation packet. So they know. And then my ISA and all the scripting we give our agents when they're talking to that, whether it's a cold lead or a referral from a past client that's heard about it, they still get the information. Like, let me tell you about how we're different from anybody else in our market and what you get with us for life.
Yeah, so it's constantly being messages. Like I heard you say at the beginning of this, that people need to hear things 7 times before it really starts to sink in. And so with your repeating in your marketing and your listing packages and your drip campaigns through Sierra, it's constantly reminding people about the program.
Right. And then think about having a truck too. So again, you're putting it out in all of your email campaigns. You're putting it out on all your marketing print campaigns that you're giving out to your clients. You have a truck that's on the road. I have, again, it's that frequency illusion that people, if they see you one place, they think they see you every place. So I have people who say to this day that, oh, I saw you on TV last night. Well, I haven't done TV for decades, over a decade, but they still think they do because they see my trucks rolling so much and they see all of the advertisements that we're doing, their constant advertisement, that they think that we're on those different platforms.
That's awesome. It's almost that mindset of seeing you because you're everywhere else, right?
Right.
So one last question that we'll let you keep going is, who manages the VIP club, and who manages all the products and the tents and checking things out and those things?
Yep. So when we first started, we ran it off a Google Calendar, and it was a flipping nightmare. absolute nightmare. And so what I did, and I'll go over a little bit more here too, is we created software for it. Because think about the websites that they have as far as them coming back to, they're coming to our sites before and during, right? When they're vetting us and when they're in the transaction, looking at houses to buy, looking at competition for their listing. And then it's sometimes hard for them to come back to those sites again after they're through the transaction. Well, that's a third of my relationship with them. So we created software for them to go out and at their leisure, lifetimehomesupport.com, they can go in. Once they get into our system, they're tagged, they get a sign in, they can go in and they can rent all of our information. And then that's a top of mind awareness because they're going back to something I'm serving them on, not selling them on. So they're going back to the software to check out our items. They're also going back, they're seeing my agents up at the top. It says refer, review your agent. It's keeping me sticky to not only clients, but also sticky to agents because they're getting more reviews and referrals from it. So that maintains everything. They can check it out in there. It comes in, they have the liability form that they sign in, and then we can do the night before what's coming in, what's coming out. So people come in, it's seamless in, seamless out.
That's wonderful. That'd be great. All right. Well, we have some more like detailed questions about like insurance and stuff, but let's keep going. And then I want to make sure we get through all the good content and come back to that.
Okay. Oh, wait. So since there was so we were doing that for quite a while, and then I had this idea in my head, and that took a while to really, really be born and grow wings that I knew it could. But we know again that our clients have so many stages of home ownership, and we know, I think the number is like 58 different industries are affected when one house is sold. And so I kept thinking, okay, what could I do to take all these other industries that when I buy or sell, or one of our clients buys or sells, how can I get them to those people and provide more lifetime home support, but also create a revenue source off of it, and then a lead generation source as well. And so what I created was my home support team partners. And these are, again, all of your affiliate partners. So from lending to HVAC, to plumbing, to electrician, to handyman, to window cleaners. We've now grown ours so big that we have spas on it. We're getting restaurants, we have gyms, but there are all of these vendors, local vendors within our market, because again, my business model and my vision is to grow big, juicy legacies for everybody. We put together a package for them that they're a part of our home support team partners. So they're serving our clients with our lifetime home support model. Our clients are getting great care because to be a part of it, they have to give our clients legendary care like we do. They have to give them preferential treatment. And then some of them give preferential pricing. So it serves my lifetime home support model because we know our clients need these things, right? And they come to us because we're so many things to them. So we have to, I feel you have to have this type of program in place to really be relevant, especially now in what's going on in our industry. So we created that to serve our lifetime home support model. And then I also created it because I wanted additional revenue streams outside of commission. You just need more revenue streams outside of commission right now to scale. You just truly do. And so we charge our partners $3,500 a year to be a part of them. We have, I think we've had up to 100. We have right now right around close to 100. By the end of this year, we're going to have about 125. But so they pay us to be a part of the program, these vendors, these contractors, these businesses here in town, because we're helping them scale their business, build their business, as well as we're giving we do masterminds for them. We help them grow their business, do different tips, tricks, hacks, different things that we've added into it. But then the third, which I think is as sexy as the other two, is that I use this as a lead generation. So for our home support team partners to be a part of the program, part of the requirement is that we get to come in and present to their employees various times during their year contract with us. Even if they keep renewing, it's this many, it's usually, we've tried to do four just got to be too much. So now we do 2 to 3 a year. And we're getting actually a little bit more traction than that because we've offered in other things. But we get to go into their employees and present to them all of our lifetime lead strategy pillars. So when their employees have a life change or know of somebody with a life change, we become the obvious choice. And that one-to-many presentation is priceless. To get in front of them and have that group conversation on what we have to offer, we become, again, that top of mind awareness. And then they sign into our program. We put them into Sierra. It stays in front of them, becomes automated, and it's just a win-win for all of us. So
well, that's incredible. So not only do you charge them to be part of the program, to be part of the home support team partner program, right, then they give you access to their employees so that you're able to then present your value to them, which is again another way to network and come up with more referrals. That's amazing. That's beautiful. I love it.
And one of the things we did, because we had this VIP club, put together, we can leverage all of the pieces of our program to help serve our home support team partners. So part of it is what we did is we created an employee benefit package. So again, it's a way, because we know as business owners, attracting and retaining good talent is super hard. And so we that's how we leverage it. Like, hey, we know it's hard to get good talent. So we're going to provide this value to you so that you can use that as a reason why somebody should come work for you. And again, if you guys have not read the book, Dream Manager, I highly recommend you do if you're a team lead or broker owner, even a single soon to be team lead broker owner. But it was written back in 2007, and the underlying message was, even back in 2007, was that good talent is hard to find and it's hard to keep. And so think of the world now after our great American resignation. It's harder than it's ever been. So we're providing value to these business owners, as well as them paying us, and then me using it as a lead generation, and then serving my clients for life. And my clients love it. They love knowing that they have access to this QR code, that they can get any service they need likely, and they know we're constantly adding to it. And I strongly believe our industry did things backwards. We should be teaching agents to start a business development department before they start an ISA department. A business development department focuses on their biggest lead source, their sphere. That department should be the one that they set up and systemize from the very beginning. And then they should start working on that ISA, and they can use that as a concierge backup to that one.
That's profound. I mean, really, I think right there, I think that's almost the price of admission here today to take that away. Because you're right, it's those focuses that you're going to be able to get repeat, referral, and build and leverage upon. That's great. I love that, Amy.
And even so, every time we present, we typically get 2 people who raise their hand. Every time we go to present at a home supporter, my business director goes to business development director goes to present with these employees. 2 people raise their hand of them who have a life change that requires them to have a real estate change, or somebody they know, because they want them to have lifetime home support services. And then another thing that we found too is, again, it's all about building your data bank, right? So even when, back when it was my husband and I growing this department, and we didn't have our business development director in place, even if we didn't get the person to sign up, we put them in our data bank. They already know. We had the opportunity to sit face to face to them and tell them how we do things very differently. And then we're able to put them into our systems and keep them in front of our action plans. So we're still staying top of mind. So even if you don't lock down that home support team partner, you've had a presentation that likely was a hell of a lot better than a buyer presentation or buyer webinar or buyer seminar. You had an opportunity because likely these are business owners who know a hell of a lot more people, and who can maybe send the people they know to you because of that. So it's a beautiful lead generation source.
That's great.
Next year, mark my words, it's on my vision board. My HST is going to generate 252 units for ASRE. I promise you, if not more.
252? Is that the number?
252 plus.
All right, good. I'm writing it down.
Yep. Yeah. So then at the same time of creating, I should actually switch these around. Sorry, guys. We put the discount center at the same time as we did back in 15 when we did the truck, we did the party shed and the tool equipment. We did a discount center. And so what we did is we bought into an online marketplace. So this online marketplace offers our clients about $5,300 a year savings on over 100,000 national brand names. So Nike, Under Armour, Walmart, Verizon, they can go out to this site that we give them access to, use it for life, save a ton of money. They can get free trips. They can get like a 2-night stay to Vegas and all they pay is the sales tax. They can get a 7-day cruise and all they pay is a certificate fee and the sales tax on that. And then they save up to 85 to 25% off the rest of the vendors on there. And it comes branded to us. We're giving it out to our clients that they can use for life. So again, it's just another piece of information that's going to them with my brand on it, and it's saving them money. And then also think about your people who move out of market. A lot of agents don't market to them anymore because they've moved out of market. But the people who lived here at one point, so they have sphere here yet. They have sphere in your market. And so this is something that, because I can't use my trucks when they move out of market, they can't use my party supplies or tool supplies when they move out of market, but they can use this, and they're constantly getting it from me, as well as, our drip campaign we're sending out, our action plans we're sending out to them. But this is another way to stay relevant, because when they have somebody back in your market that has a life change, you want you still to be the referral source, the broker of choice, the team of choice, the single agent of choice.
So these discounts are more kind of like a national discount program than a local discount program?
Yep, it's Nike. It's like the big brands.
Okay,
Nike.
and I heard you rattle off some of those earlier, but I didn't know if there was specifics. But it sounds like it would work for anyone out of market then.
Yeah, it's anybody. It goes for all over the world. Actually, you can use them, and they change all the time. The different discounts, different vendors are on there. There's rental cars, like I said, hotels. There's big, like we buy swag off of it for our team, and there's cash back that they get. So again, it's just another serve, sell, which we should all be implementing into our business to stay ahead of commission compression.
Makes sense.
Okay. So we talked about this already, but that's our lifetime home support one-stop shop. It's just that branded one-stop shop software that reduced our FTE time, our full-time equivalent time, by leaps and bounds. It keeps us top of mind for our clients forever. And like I said, it makes you sticky for your agents and for your clients.
Right. So this answers the question, like you were asking, someone was asking who manages it. Well, you use the software to manage it. And then your business development, director of business development kind of manages this site, right? I mean, it's all kind of tied into part of their responsibilities.
Yeah, this one for us, we actually just have it our front desk, and it's so easy because the software does it for you. It's just the clients go out and book the equipment they want to book. We automatically get an email that somebody's coming to pick something up. The liability form's already, in there. It shows, where we're at on inventory, all those things. So it really runs itself. And it's just another way to stay top of mind, where they're going back to get something from us, not us trying to get something from them.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. And then client appreciation events. So again, everybody throws client appreciation events, right? But you have to throw client appreciation events that your clients will attend. And you have to throw client appreciation events, if you're a team leader broker, that your agents will attend. And so this lifetime home support model, it's just an expectation from our clients that they get these from us. And again, one of my superpowers is systems, and we use Sierra for that too, in a big way, to make sure that we're keeping these in front of our clients, keeping this omnipresent. But we've done a turkey giveaway for 18 years. We just had our 18th year turkey giveaway, and Santa comes for free Santa pictures. We gave away over 500 turkeys. We had over 1,200 people through our building. We do a ice skating event, and we just rent ice out there. It's a forced family event, is what a lot of my clients say. Like, we love it, and we know we have to, we're like, we're going to spend time together on Sunday, and we feed them pizza, ice. They can have drinks on a Sunday afternoon. We do an axe throwing event where we shut down an axe throwing bar, and we call it date night, because we have a lot of kid events where we let them come down, we give them booze, and let them throw axes and give them food. And it's a date night. We do it in September when kids are going back to school and parents are about ready for a break before they jump into the fall season of their life. But they work. We just had our like I said, 18th one. Here's my very first client. This is from last year. I have to put my new
nice.
This is my very first client. So that's a high I've been, ever since I sold him. I remember the day I got the acceptance of that offer. It was a high that I've been chasing my whole life. It was so fun. But I can't even tell you, I should know the number. I will get the number on how many referrals that he has given me, and his parents have given me. His parents have never bought a house from me. They live in Brookings. They have given me so many referrals that I've given them access to VIP equipment because they're such a good referral partner. But he's come to almost every one of my events. So we have big things we do at all of our, planning for our next year events is what swag are we going to give out? Because again, you want to be brand, omnipresent, have swag out there, have people wearing your stuff. So that's part of it too. And getting on that client event checklist I'm going to give you talks a little bit about that. And
by the way, before we move on, I mean, I like the fact that you did events for like single, and then you did family events, and then you did like a charity event. So this way it's kind of crossing the wide demographic of different clients that you could have as part of your database. Like they're not all family focused events or this or that. So it's great that you mix it up.
Right. And I have some people who come to my axe throwing event, are clients who have become friends just from that, and they just come and meet and drink. They don't have others. It's just these single women who come and drink and throw axes. It's fun. But yes, they're for all the different, demographics that you have within your database.
That's great.
But the nice thing is we don't pay for our events. And if we do, we pay a small part because maybe we'll upgrade our equipment or our swag or things like that. But again, we offer our HST, our home support team partners, they can sponsor at different levels, whether they want to sponsor as a major event, we silver or gold, or as a gold member or a silver sponsor, and then they get different things for sponsoring at those, so that we get our events paid for, which is beautiful. And again, it's leveraging those relationships, and it's helping my home support team partners too, because they get to be face to face with the demographic, with the target market of who they need. So like my last event here, our 18th turkey event, I had one of the big sponsors was one of my roofers. And I don't know how many referrals he got off of that. I think he had 3 right from the very beginning. We personally, and I didn't talk about this, from that event, me personally, I had 14 opportunities I didn't know about that occurred from that event. And the majority of them, you guys, were from agents who are no longer with me. And that's one thing I didn't go over. One thing about lifetime home support, which I don't know of any other model out there that does this, because typically when you have a team, if you're a team leader or broker, when you have a agent leave your business, even if you have their database with your database, that's fine. Typically they follow that agent because they're the one who has that relationship with them. Typically with us, that we have found, we keep the majority of our agents who we don't no longer have with us. We keep their database because they want to continue to get all of our lifetime home support model perks.
Wow. See, that's another really valuable point from a team leader perspective, because you're right. People typically buy from people. And if they worked with that agent and built that relationship with that agent, then, they're going to follow them, to your point. But when you have something like this that's overarching, has a higher value, and it's hard to recreate every single piece of this, it's not like you can just go out and do the whole thing tomorrow. You've built this over years. Not saying you can't build it, but it's not just instant appeared. That's awesome. That's a super team leader value prop right there.
Yeah, for attraction and retention, right?
Yep.
And then one you can implement in today which is the silliest one we have, but it is a pillar, and why not add it? It's just our office services and moving concierge. So office services, they can get a free notary by coming to our building. They can do free black and white prints. They can do free scans. They can get access to all of our realtor partners across the world. Well, we would do that anyway, right? But if I put it in a pillar, it's me saying, do you know what? I have partners with realtors all over the world. So I can help set you up with a realtor who serves the way I serve. So again, it's just helping us build that broker to broker GCI and keeping that relevant, because then again, we have that within all of our action plans, reminding them that if they have a sister in Denver who doesn't have who needs real estate services, I can set them up. And so again, then we're just getting that broker to broker referral money.
Yeah. I mean, and how easy is that, just to, like you said, tap the network that you've already built, the strong network you already have, and connect them with someone that's going to give them that equal service that they experienced when they're with you and your team.
Right. And just increase, I think broker to broker GCI, it needs to be something people need to focus on more, because it's a beautiful way to grow and scale.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah. So lifetime lead strategy, we just kept getting more and more proof of success. Over 90% of our business can be traced back to our lifetime home support model. We increased our transaction fee. We added in, high level revenue streams for our home support team partners. We monetized our trucks. My average tenure with my agents is 6 years. And like I said, and when we do lose agents or have ask agents to leave, we retain a good portion of their database because of lifetime home support. And we're giving our agents who are with us more than leads. We're giving them multiplying sales to help them grow their big juicy legacy as well. And then we're also providing a solution to commission compression, which is a big deal right now. We all know it's a big deal. Our industry is in the biggest change that we've ever, possibly are going to see, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but there's a lot out there, and you have to do more than be an expert at connecting a buyer and seller. You have to offer massive value to stay relevant right now and to continue to grow. And you have to be able to add additional streams of income.
Yeah, and so let me just make sure I'm blocking and tackling that right real quick. When you're talking about the commissions, so commission compression, basically by adding more and giving more value, you're able to maintain a higher commission rate than if you didn't, and you might have to cut your commissions and go lower. That's what you hear you saying, correct?
Yeah, and there's some major lawsuits nationally, NAR, other copycat lawsuits all over that are questioning buyer's agent commission. And so what happens if you're a buyer's agent? That's the prime source. Like over 65% of your business is from being a buyer's agent, and all of a sudden commission is gone.
Right. Right.
So what are you doing to provide that extra level of value to your proof, your worth of why you're needed? And why again, you have to have the skill set. You just do. You have to sharpen your tools. You have to, success and self-development, they're sisters. You have to do that. That's just part of being an entrepreneur. But you also have to have a business that is a service-based business right now. Otherwise, it's going to be so hard to scale with everything that's going on in our industry.
Wonderful. Thank you for clarifying. That's great.
Yeah. So any other questions on that?
Well, there was a couple of questions. So first of all, the one question was about insurance, and I think you mentioned this, but on the truck, when you do On the Move, that truck company, you said that the liability insurance was actually kind of included in that rental fee or the cost or something like that.
Right. Yep. So On the Move carries the insurance, and I'm big on serving local and giving back to local. So we researched that pretty heavily when we got into working with On the Move, and local couldn't touch it. They just couldn't. And so because they have such a fleet, across the United States, that insurance is really, really beautifully priced. And so you get it when you get a truck from On the Move. They do all the graphics. They hold the insurance. You get the truck agreement forms with them. It's beautiful. It's just a turnkey service, and they're just great to work with. They've done it for so long. They understand the process. Again, I do have in my program I have a program called startyourbipclub.com, and it shows you how to implement and monetize your VIP club. And in that program, it gives you a $500 discount on your graphics with On the Move. But like I said, I had a student recently who got a quote, and it depends on everybody's quote's different, depends on the truck they're looking at, things like that, but got a quote for a lease for $1,500 a month, or $1,550 a month, I believe it was. And that included the insurance. So again, What are you throwing $1,500 on? And then what if we show you how to monetize it? You're not spending anything, and you're increasing your brand awareness, you're serving your clients, you're serving your community, and you're making money, and you're writing that thing off.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. All right. So you said you had some giveaways for some folks out there today?
Yep. So they should be in the chat. It's in the web.
Well, let's see here.
It's in the link that Nat sent over, Scott, I believe, right?
All right. Yes, we just go ahead and put it in there. It's the ASREAacademy.com masterclass sweeps. Is that right? Is that the right one?
Swipe. Yep. Swipes. Yep.
My bad. I'm trying to read real quick.
Yeah.
All right, super. That's in there, so you guys can go ahead and get access to the lead behinds the value props that Amy has mentioned today, as far as getting started in this. And then any parting thoughts, any parting closing thoughts from you?
No, I was just reading one of the Q&As. I feel like HVAC would get more profit from referral than maybe some other vendors, but each are charged $35. Yep, each are charged $3,500. And they do get quite a bit, but they are also advertised on 2 of my trucks. And then I did add more revenue to my trucks and started advertising on the sides right now of them as well. And those are the partners who our HVAC are typically the bigger employers too, because we have 2 of our biggest HVACs in our area on our program. And so they have more employees. So the lead generation I get from those companies is beautiful and so worth it, because they're the ones who are saving deals for us too. Like, hey, can you guys get over before we have an inspection deadline, things like that. So they're the ones who are really a big easy one to put in.
Wonderful. Well, this was amazing. I think we could have gone another hour and dove into each one of these segments, but I mean, you just did a fantastic job of giving us an overview and whetting our appetite for how you actually leverage this program. And so, hopefully if anyone wants to learn more information about it and kind of get started, you guys go ahead and click that link below. And I just, again, thank you so much for joining us today. It was fantastic. So
yes, anxious to see you again soon. And thanks everybody. I enjoy and I'm honored to have some of your time today. Go kick 24.
Yes. All right. Very good. If you guys found this helpful, please share this with some other folks Let's use that same reference and referrals to get people to join the mastermind. And we'll see you back here in another 2 weeks. All right. Have a good day,
Thanks,
everyone.
all. Bye.
Bye-bye.